Hi there, Pisces. Welcome back. Welcome in. Thank you all so much for being here. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back and reconnecting with me. This is going to be a general 2020 overview. I'm not really sure. I was going to say I'm not really sure if I like them. I do like them. It just doesn't seem like a lot of information, because what I've been doing is one card for each month of the year. That's 12 cards. And then we can kind of see like the quarters and how everything breaks down, and then overall energies, stuff like that. But it just doesn't seem very in-depth, but they're very long. So that's why I'm not doing detailed or clarification or anything like that. If that is something that you are interested in, you can absolutely order a personal reading, and we will dive as deep as you want. Excuse me. So, before we get started, I'm going to connect with Source via the singing bowl. I use this as a tool to clear the energies, clear the cards, and connect everyone who is watching this with Source, so I can be a channel to deliver the most relevant, accurate, and necessary message for you at this time. So, with that being said, if you're listening to this on headphones, I would suggest taking them out, turning them down. I'm not sure how this translates to headphones, but if it's super loud, I don't want it to hurt your ears. So, without further ado, take this time to call on any ancestors, archangels, guardian angels, ancestors. Did I say ancestors? Anyone and everyone that you want to speak to at this time. Ask them to be present. All right. Okay. Ooh-wee. Thank you all so much for doing that with me. That's one of my absolute favorite things to do, is to connect with you guys. All right. Let's set that to the side so it's not in the frame. And we will just jump right into it. I hope everyone is having a fantastic year so far. Hope your holiday season was magnificent and you got everything that you could possibly dream of, and you had all the peace and warmth and love and joy that you've ever wanted. All right, let's see. Spirit, speak to me and through me, to the Pisces collective. What do they need to know at this time? What is the most important, most accurate, most relevant messages for them? What's coming in 2020? What does their year look like? What are they up to? What's coming in for them? Start with January and move through. Okay, I feel like that's too many. We'll start with January and then move to December, just like a year would. All right. What about this month specifically for Pisces? What's coming in? What's around them? What's in them? What do they need to know at this time? Spirit, speak to me and through me. So far, I've seen 2 9s. Actually, no, it was a 9 and a 10. Progression, at least. This deck is awfully quiet today. Maybe we should use another one? Nine of Cups came out for your guys' January. It's going to be a very fulfilling, maybe even a long time wish that you've had, something that you've been kind of holding on to for a really long time. Could be coming to you this month. Interesting. Okay. It could be as simple as buying something that you've always wanted to, you've been thinking about for a really long time, or being gifted something, early birthday present, maybe late Christmas present. Just make something unexpected even, but I really feel like this is bringing you and elevating you to a place of just happiness and joy, harmony. If this isn't a wish coming into you, whether that be for love, romance, money, a gift of money, maybe you've been wishing on a star every night since you were however many years old that you would receive a specific amount of money. That could be happening this month. I really do see something that brings you just a lot of joy and peace, an overwhelming sense of like contentment. Not that it was like the missing piece to the puzzle or anything like that, but it definitely feels like it's a step closer to completing it, if that makes sense. It's like working on a puzzle and you've got that one piece like that. This should be obvious. I don't know why I can't find this. And then you find it and it fits and it's perfect and it's like, oh, okay, cool. Now I can move on to this next thing. That's kind of the sense that I'm getting for you for this month. Interestingly enough, the Eight of Swords came out for February. This could just be, I don't know why I'm getting this, but the weather could be, I don't know how to put this in, not worrying you, or it's just like maybe you just don't want to deal with it this year. Maybe you're really, really, really just wanting to be able to travel and to leave, like migrate. Oh, interesting. Okay. As I was saying that, this card came out and I'm actually hesitant to take it because I don't feel like it fits, but I'm going to because it came out. I really feel like it was a confirmation of what I was talking about. February tends to be like bitter, bitter, bitter cold, the kind of cold that burns your face, and like maybe it's just wreaking havoc on your skin, or you know that it does. It dries you out, whatever. And you're just not looking forward to it. I'm just getting this overwhelming sense of I don't want to say dread, because it's not like you're dreading it and you know that you'll be fine, you'll get through it, you always do, but it's like you're really just wishing that this year you could go somewhere warmer, somewhere a little bit more humid, a little bit more moist. Now it's a word that not very many people like, but you know what I mean, that moisture that your skin and your hair, your body needs. You don't feel like you're getting it right now. The air is just dry and cold and bitter, and it's like you might be thinking about how much worse it's going to get, because if it's just now like getting cold where you are, you're experiencing it and you're like, oh, well, it's just going to get colder, and you could have a job or something where you have to travel. Like you can't just hunker down and stay inside, or you might work outside. So it definitely feels like it's something that's at the forefront of your mind, the weather I'm getting in February. And you feel like it's not something that you have any control over, because again, like if you have a job that's outside, it's not like you can just not work for January and February, but you could just be really, really wanting to. I don't know, it's an interesting, and honestly, it could be the catalyst that in March, makes you explore something, an opportunity to make more money outside of whatever it is that you're doing now. Say you do work outside. it could be the February being so harsh and making you feel like you're so out of control and powerless in this situation, that you're like, okay, I need to figure something else out. I need to shift gears because this isn't working for me. I don't like this line of work. It doesn't resonate with me. I don't want to dread going to work every day. I want to look forward to it. So maybe you're pouring into a business idea that you've had for a really long time. Could be something that you've started a while ago, but now you are kind of ramping it up a little bit. Maybe before you were just watering the seeds. Now you're watering, fertilizing, adjusting, doing anything and everything that you can, not just the bare minimum. I feel like you're pouring a lot of yourself and a lot of your energy into breaking away from a certain situation. I'm getting work, like strongly. You're wanting to do something for yourself that does not depend on anyone else. And doesn't require you to do anything that you don't want to do. If you want to take a week off, you take a week off and you still have enough to be okay. If you want to take a month off, you take a month off and you still have enough to be okay. You know what I mean? Like your bills are good and set and you can do what you want. I feel like that's kind of the catalyst for this. And I really do feel like it's going to progress. It's going to grow. It is going to get you out of this situation that you don't necessarily want to be in. So, okay, that's interesting. I just heard you might have had some time off in January, that it could have been like a long weekend or a week of vacation, whatever it was, that kind of sparked that. And then when you had to go back to work, it was like weighing on you even more and more and more. And it's just like you're kind of at a breaking point, I feel like, in February with your job, with whatever it is that you've been doing. You're just kind of ready to walk away. So I feel like you're putting yourself in a position to do that. And by April, it will have grown significantly from an ace to the Page of Pentacles. It's not quite the king or the queen, but she's pretty damn close, especially going from ace to this in 1 month. That's a hell of a lot of progression. That's like leaps and bounds. I feel like you're very, very quickly, you're going to be able to leave whatever situation it is that you don't like, that makes you feel stuck, that makes you feel trapped. It makes you feel like you have to do stuff you don't want to do. I feel like by April, you'll be able maybe to put your 2 weeks in, or kind of have a conversation with your boss that this is the direction that you're heading in, and this is kind of how I see this going, my exit plan even. And May, is that May? Yes. May, you have the Queen of Swords. You're going to be in a very decisive, you know what works for you, you know what doesn't, you know what you want, you know what you don't want, and you're not afraid to cut people off, cut people out, situations, habits, again, people. So maybe this in May is when you put your 2 weeks in, and they could like be trying to talk you out of it, or tell you that you're making a mistake, or you're going to regret it, or whatever. But you're very clear and you're very concise about what you want, and that's it. I mean, there's really no going back from there. And then in June, we have the Five of Pentacles. I really feel like this could be maybe you do have a little bit of regret. Maybe your first month is a little bit tighter than you would like it to be. You wanted to be at a certain place where you didn't have to worry about specific things. And maybe in June you're reminded a little bit of that you have a little bit further to go, I'm hearing. You're not quite there yet, but the leap needed to be made one way or another. And I'm also hearing you do have enough, and you will have enough. Just because I feel like it's shifting. Like it's like losing this income if you walk away from a job is going to feel a little bit strange at first. It could feel like A little bit of your stability is gone, especially if it provided insurance, life insurance, health, dental, all that stuff, all the benefits that you don't necessarily have working for yourself, right? So it could make you feel a little bit uneasy, a little bit like, fuck, did I make the right decision? You did. Know that. And maybe make sure that you're putting all of your shit in order before this happens. So maybe start now. If you've been wanting to, I don't know, go get a checkup, take your kids to the dentist, take yourself to get your teeth fixed, whatever it is, do that now. Get that in order before like May, I would say. Because something could happen to kind of push you out of the nest a little bit in May and make you, it could result in you making a decision. It's not a rash decision. It's not impulsive. It's none of those things. It's very well thought out. It's very, very well thought out. All right. And then in July, we have our first major arcana of this spread, the Hierophant. This could be you becoming a teacher, you gaining a following. Maybe you're creating courses, opening up, sharing. I'm getting sharing your wisdom. You're opening up another avenue to get your wisdom, your information, the knowledge that you have out into the world. I feel like maybe you're writing a book, starting a book. Alright, I will take them because I feel like that's exactly the amount I need. Okay. There you guys are. Okay. I'm getting really big Libra energy, and I'm not entirely sure why, except for that I just saw justice in a situation before I saw that pop into my mind of you maybe in July or June. Yeah, June. Leaving a situation behind. And when I say situation, I mean like mostly a relationship. This could be you walking away from somebody who it's really hard to walk away from. It could make them feel left out in the cold. It could make them regret their decisions, kind of rethink how they treated you. Maybe they didn't see the same future as you. Like if you're going through all of this stuff and you're trying to express to them, I really need to move away from this job, I really need to focus on this, and they're kind of discouraging you from doing that, maybe telling you that you need to be in a different space, you need to do XYZ before, or you really should do XYZ before you whatever. It's like they're not really supporting you. And I feel like, I don't know why I'm even still shuffling these, because the reading, I got all the cards I need, but I just like shuffling. All right. I'm getting an overwhelming energy of a Libra's energy kind of imparting on you. I feel like they might be a little bit codependent. It could be a codependent situation, parent even. But I definitely feel their sadness and you moving away from them. All right. Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck with the King of Wands. All right. I like it. All right, and then August, we talked about this, stepping into a new role. I feel like you could be offering like online courses or something like that. Maybe you're teaching a specific skill set that you have, that you've acquired, that you've mastered even. Yes, and then, God damn it, why can't I ever remember? August, September? No, this is July and August. So yes, in July. And then in August, your dream, something with the moon. You've got two cards of Pisces right after each other. You've got the moon and the hanged man, the hanged one. This is your energy. I feel like this summer, specifically August, September, late summer, you're going to be stepping into your own power, into your Piscean nature, your ability to manifest and daydream so vividly and so freely that it makes your manifestation process easier and more fun. I feel like you're stepping back into your fun, playful, lighthearted, lively energy that people know and love you for. Maybe you lost it a little bit because you were, again, in a job situation or in a relationship or both that felt a little bit stifling to you, make you feel a little bit stuck. I feel once you break free from that, you will be fully embracing your Piscean nature, your intuition again, and tapping into it. Also taking on this role of like a mentor or teacher, something of that sort, could be placing you back in your power. It could be helping you tap back into your intuition. Maybe the content that you're teaching is helping you tap back in because you're going through those steps as you teach it, as you map it all out, as you plan it all out. You're then kind of going through the class yourself again. Excuse me. I don't even have my water in here. You could also be having very lucid, vivid dreams in August. So pay attention. I know it's a ways off, and I know it's hard. Like 8 months from now, you're going to be having vivid dreams. Like, right? It's kind of silly. But also save this reading and maybe go through it. Maybe go through it in sections if you want. Replay it as many times as you need. And revisit to kind of get new messages and relevant information. But I really do feel like in August, a dream journal would benefit you. Also, kind of directing your thoughts before you go to sleep, very deliberately planning kind of what you want to dream about, what you want to expand on, fall asleep, thinking about and elaborating on your dream life. And September, there's something that's going to come up that's going to make you think about things in a different way. You're going to very deliberately, and it could be something that you received in a dream. It could be like, oh shit, I never thought about doing it this way. You're going to do it that way, and then it's going to lead to a period of you just being hyper focused on your work, on your money, on your craft. And again, if this is like healing arts, intuition based stuff that you started teaching, I feel like you're going to expand that even further and offer it to an even larger community. This could be like TED Talks and stuff even. I really feel like you're working on your material though. What you're delivering to people, you're going to be very, very focused on and very diligent towards mastering. And what is that, October-ish? You will be, I feel like, 100% in that mode. Kind of transitioning into fall. Maybe even expanding your workspace, getting a studio space, I'm hearing. If you have, like, if you're an artist or if you have a Reiki practice, something like that, that would require, or not require, but just benefit from having a studio space, a space outside of your home is what I'm getting, or even inside of, but I feel like it's independent. You're able to keep your living and your practice separate, if that makes sense. It's not like the people have to walk through your home and come into your room to receive a reading or whatever it is that you do. Anyways, November. I feel like in November, as we approach the end of the year, you're going to be kind of taking everything that you've done throughout this year and kind of packing it all up and setting off to do something new. I feel like you're going to be wanting some adventure. You're going to be wanting some fun, some new inspiration. Maybe you're going on a business trip, because I really do feel like you're still going to be very focused on money. If that's going to carry out through probably the rest of your life. Your finances, your wealth, your stability, I feel like is going, and not so much to the point that you're like a workaholic and nothing else matters. It's to the point that it's kind of on it. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like auto, if that makes sense. But what you're doing, kind of living your life in an everyday way, being yourself, sharing your gifts, is going to bring in more money. That's why you're focused on it, because it's easy for you. It's something that comes naturally for you. You're just expressing yourself and sharing yourself and being yourself, and the money is just kind of flowing in. You're being very diligent about how you spend it, about how you share it, about how you kind of rearrange it, though, is what I'm getting. You could be going on a trip, a really big trip that you've been planning for a very long time in November. Maybe you're going to skip the holidays this year, because I do in December, we have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak and betrayal. I'm getting it has to do with your family. I feel like this kind of happens every time this year. About this time every year is what I meant to say. When the holidays roll around, it could just feel like you're not really a part of anything, or you're not really wanted, is what I'm feeling. If that is the case, I would suggest not waiting until next December to address this issue. If it's an issue that you have with, say, siblings or a parent specifically, have that conversation with them before December, so you don't end up feeling like that, and then you feel like, well, I don't want to ruin Christmas, so I'm just not going to say anything. I'm just going to go through another year of not really feeling wanted, because it's really not that bad. We still have fun together. We still exchange gifts and share a meal, and we can be amicable, but it doesn't feel like you're celebrated. And you deserve to be celebrated. When you walk in the door, everybody's, hey, like you're welcome with open arms. And it's not conditional. It's not if you do certain things, or I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like this needs to be resolved before next December. This could also be, like I was saying earlier, this kind of overwhelming Libra energy that I'm getting. It could be, again, a person that you walked away from. When December hits and it's the holidays, they could be, even though you guys ended things or kind of went your separate ways back in the summertime, it could be like, because the holidays are back, they're missing you, they're longing for you, they're sad about you, they feel heartbroken all over again. It could feel like it just happened for them. But what I will say about that is not your burden to bear anymore. That's not your situation to be a part of or entertain or even try to handle or fix. All right, let's get, this is the Yule. I know that Yule is over. It is not Christmas time anymore, but I feel like these cards are relevant, as are the Shawin, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do two. So we'll just do the one, and then maybe I'll switch to the Valentine. I think that's how you say that. Oracle. Springtime Oracle. All right, Spirit. What do we have for Pisces for 2022? What do they need to know? What does the Oracle want to tell them? Oh my God. Okay. Let's I'm going to take the one on the bottom, but 8. So again, pay close attention to August. I was getting emphasis on August as well, and now 8 is out, or came out. I put it back already. Turning inward, card number 40. All right, let's see what this has to say. Connection, self-discovery, navigating inner landscapes. There is a new, more enlightened version of yourself that is waiting to be discovered. This new you has learned and grown over the years, so much so that you may not feel as aligned to your previous goals. Dreams can and will often shift and change with time. Your task is to remain connected to your inner landscape, the part of you that always knows what you need at any given moment. Your inner self will help you discover new talents, intentions, and beliefs that will better serve you as you continue on this journey. This message is amplified for you if you also pulled the ceremony card. Turning inward brings an additional message. You may be holding on too tightly to an outdated idea of what your life should be. There are many different ways to experience success. Do not allow others or social conditioning to dictate what is right for you. Being connected to your inner, most authentic being helps you develop a better sense of self. You will be better prepared to defend your choices when you know your worth and who you are on the most fundamental level. Yes. And I feel like that's what you're kind of discovering kind of all throughout this year, but mostly in May. You're kind of like this overwhelming sense of what you're worth and realizing that you might not be receiving it in really any aspect of your life. So you could just be uprooting a whole bunch of shit to replant new stuff that's actually going to feed your soul and celebrate with you, want to be around you. You know what I mean? Those kinds of things that you absolutely deserve. You deserve to have friends and family that put you on a pedestal and think you're the best thing in the world. We all do. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that you got something from that, a lot of somethings, and I hope it's relevant and it helps guide you throughout this year and you return to it as many times as you need. If you're looking to kind of have a catalyst to start off this new year and kind of accelerate this process for you, I do have Reiki spots open for this month, distance Reiki, as I don't have my studio locally open yet. But yeah, that could absolutely help you sever some ties that are still lingering. We can work on generational stuff, traumas, childhood traumas, healing, chakra balancing, opening your center for inspiration, all of these things we can work on. Details are on the website and we can talk about what you need and find a Reiki session that works for you. Sorry, I got distracted about what time it is and all that stuff. All right, guys, I will see you next time. I love you all so very, very, very much. Bye. Bye.